Page 69, Alpine Melody. Now, on the previous pages, they're reinforcing the note names and all that, and you really need to know the note names as soon as you can. So if you haven't memorized them yet, please do so quickly. We're just going to keep adding notes. It's just going to get worse. On page 68, they're introducing the E. The E is the top space in the right hand, the E. At the bottom of page 68, they're introducing the C major chord in that position for the right hand. Doesn't matter to me because, as I said, on these chords, you got to have both hands. So if they're introducing it in one hand, just do it in both hands. It's important. It really is. On page 69, they're showing you at the top some more patterns for the chords. This is the right hand is going to play the chords in this piece. These are the three primary chords in the key of G major. Once you know what the key of G major is, we'll tell you someday, don't worry about it. In Alpine Melody, the melody is in the left hand, obviously, because the right hand's got chords all over. So the left hand's going to be played louder than the chords. We want to hear the left hand. Alright, so play off the chords, play them soft. The piece is soft, it's marked soft at the beginning, and that's where the dynamic should be. That's what I'm saying. Just put the dynamic in between the stabs right there, and it applies to the melody. That's the rule. So the melody is going to be soft. The chords are going to be really soft. All right? And that's the way that is supposed to work. Now, at the end of the piece, at the bottom of the page, there's a note to play both hands 8 VA second time. 8 VA means an octave higher or lower. If it's above the staff, it's higher. If it's below the staff, it's lower. They're telling you here in the words, just play them higher. So we're just going to pretend middle C goes up an octave and it's here, and everything just moves up. So you just pretend your middle C is up there. So you're starting in the here. The second time, you're simply going to go to here and play it again. Okay. It's easier to play the chord softly up there because the higher notes are soft anyway. That's much better. It works out. Then they've added pedal. I want to talk about the pedal because I'm really picky about the pedal. I'm going to follow the melody in the right hand pretty much with the pedaling. You already know on the phrasing that we want to lift up with a little bit of silence between each phrase. So as I lift up in the left hand to get that silence, I'm going to lift the pedal up at the same time. So, in this first line, in the last measure, I push the pedal down right after I play the F sharp in the left hand. When I lift up the left hand, I lift the pedal up with it. I lift the left hand up and then drop it down again for the next note in the next line. So I get silence between the phrases. So it sounds like this. I'm going to do that every time. Just let the pedal follow the melody in the left hand. Now at the end, the last line, the last measure, everything's down. I'm going to lift the hands and the pedal at the same time. It all comes up together. Both times we play it, doesn't matter, it all comes up together. And that's how I'm going to work the pedal in this piece. Now, a couple of minor things I'd like to point out because they're not really minor, they're important. Make sure that you hold those chords out, they're full one value, one beat value. So right here at the beginning as an example, and this applies to the whole piece, this is just the example. On the first beat I play the D, on the second beat I play the chord, on the third beat, I play the B in the left hand. Right when I play the B in the left hand, I lift up the chord. And this happens all over. So the chord stays down until beat 3. So it's here. 1, 2, 3. You lift up the chord on beat 3. Do that all over the. Just be careful with that. Don't cut the chord short. When you play this chord, the D7 chord in the right hand, Your thumb's a short chord, so you have to move your hand up toward the fall board to get it. Right? Don't stay up there. Come back out when you can. And know you're here. You want to go here, so know which fingers are involved and how you got to move. Get all that worked out, so your move is quickly and easily. We practice these moves in piano. In the third line, there in the left hand in the melody, you're basically playing the C chord in the left hand one note at a time. It's this, okay? But it starts out with just the G and then the C. Then you move your thumb up. Not the hand, just the thumb to do the E. Don't move the hand up. Leave it where it is. You're just in the C position is all. Or you're for the C chord. Okay. Here. Then use the second finger again on the C. And then bring the thumb back down to the D. Okay. So you're just going from here to here. Now, it could be confusing. Having said all that, let's try this out. I'll give us 3 counts. Here we go. In G position, foot's on the pedal. 1, ready, go.